Right, just a bit of an update on where we're up to. I got the little XL out. It's just been in storage for a little bit since the end of last season. Haven't really done much to it. Couple of small jobs to get it ready for the new season, but it's been at Des Leader's workshop here. Des Leader Paint and Signs in Malaga. He's a legend. Does all my sign writing. He's given it a good clean up. Put the DC Autos graphics on it for us because Damo's just a legend, does everything for me. Got the Luxe stickers on the side. Got the name stickers on the window, so Alex Newton, he's going to drive it at the first race meeting. I'm going to drive it this week and coming at Collie just to make sure it's all okay. I've never driven on these new coilovers yet, so it's got the new control coilovers in it. It's got a swag more stickers that have got to go on for the category sponsors. So this year for XLs, I think they've got 15, might be 16 new category sponsors, which is massive. Just shows how much this category is growing. We're sponsoring the category again. So last year we gave a discount to all the XL members and we sponsored a voucher for anyone that broke a lap record. And it was really close. So Brett Sheriff got it one round. I think it came so close with Dicker and Passaris got pretty close. Jacko, he got pretty close as well. Callow got pretty close. So we were pretty pumped on that. But it just didn't go off enough. We didn't spend enough money basically. So this year we're doing a voucher for the fastest qualifier on every race meeting. So every race meeting someone has an opportunity to win that voucher. And it's just showing our support for the category. I really like XLs. It's a cool category. It's the easiest way to get into real racing, so real door-to-door racing up on the circuit. And I really like this car being a sedan, so it's kind of a little bit different. Used to be a lot of sedans back in the day, not so many now, so I just like it being that little bit different. I'm keen to see how Alex goes in it. As long as it comes back in one piece, I'm happy. Because I don't want to wreck the car. I really, really want to do the Enduro in it. I think I've said it before, the Enduro is one of the coolest race meetings we have here. So what we've done on the off season, we've done the new coilovers, I've replaced all the ball joints and rack ends and all that sort of stuff. I've stiffened up the front mounts where the lower control arms are. We're allowed to do that. And new super shocks, and I've changed the exhaust up. So we've moved the muffler placement and a few other things based on some advice from some good mates. Engine bay, she's pretty much the same, you know, pod filter and a stock engine. Moved the breather pipes because they're in a bit of an odd spot. And I had to put a new battery release cable in it because the old one had just rusted out and seized up. You should really spray a bit of penetrine in there and operate it before every race meeting. You're supposed to as part of your scrutineering checks anyway, so that's a bit of a tip. Make sure your battery cable works so you can isolate the car. It's real easy, just mount it up there and goes along into the firewall there. So we've got that ready to rock and roll. So yeah, the engine bay is really clean. Des has done a really, really good job of it. Fixed the oil leaks, baffled the sump. That's another job we did quickly. So we just put a little flat baffle in the top of the sump just to stop the oil sloshing around. So that's done. We blocked off the idle air control valve because the one it was on, it was cracked. That's something they do when you sit on the limiter a bit too much, which I've got a bad habit of doing. Like that. Inside the car, nothing's changed. I just had to tidy up the wiring a little bit. So it's your basic XL. So I just had to tidy up the wiring. Make sure the it starts. So you got blower fans, so they blow up onto the windscreen now per the regulations. Got the rain light on the back, which will show you that wasn't wired up to flash hot before. So we've got the rain light going, so we're happy there. And yeah, pretty happy with the sound of it too, the way that muffler's moved. So yeah, bit noisy. It's a hell of a lot raspier with that muffler moved. I don't know if you can tell. It's pretty funny. Other jobs we did was move the battery up to the front, put a little dry cell battery in here, about half the weight of what was in it. That was way in the back corner before. You know, people might think it's a good thing for weight, but just is what it is. From all the cars I've scaled, with a front wheel drive car, it's pretty hard to get them even, so you just want to get them even left to right. So we've done, moved that up there, it works. More details about this car. It's got a national AGI cage in it. So it's got the roof, the V in the roof and the V in the backstays, and a Carlos bar in the front legs. That brings it up to the national standard. Put a different short shifter in it, and yeah, ready to send it. Just really interested to see how it goes down at Collie. Should be a bunch of fun. Like I said, really cool little car. Cool category, control category, so you can't really do too much wrong. And yeah, looking forward to Collie this weekend. So the Collie event this weekend is State Speed Event Series. So it's run by the Motorsport Development Panel. Phil, Morley and a few guys are on there. They do a really good job. They get massive entrants, 60, 70 entrants just for a sprint. Split up into heaps of categories. And what's really, really cool this year is Wes from Motech Mechanical down in Bunbury. He's sponsoring a subclass in the outright under 2 litres. So outright just means race cars basically. But typically in outright you get like some really quick Ford Escorts in that category and some really quick Hondas of course, which makes it really, really hard for an XL to compete because they've got no horsepower. Handle really, really well, but no horsepower. So big shout out to Wes and the guys at Motech Mechanical who put that on. So there's I think 7 XLs entered just for this weekend, and the idea is it's a stepping stone then into real racing. The category's a bit loose. There's no real rules like there is with XL racing. So if you've got a car that's on the old coilovers, or you haven't got a cage in it yet because it's a sprint, all those little things, you can still get out there and drive and get some laps up. And the other good thing is that sprints count towards your provisional clubman license. So it's a really good initiative by the club, really good initiative by the guys, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to driving long track at Collie. But yeah, any questions about the XLs I've built? This is the 4th one now. I've driven a bunch of them. Yeah, bang for buck, still the best. They're getting a little bit expensive now because they're getting a bit older, and they're so popular being a national level category. But bang for buck, still can't beat them, and it's a good stepping stone into something a bit faster like a saloon car or an IP car. Or man, you've seen guys jumping from XLs into sports sedans over east and killing it. So yeah, really cool category. Massive thanks to everyone helping me out. Shane and the guys at Behind the Sport, massive encouragement and just all around good times. Damo at DC Autos just does so much work. He has a one-man army and can literally turn his hand to anything. Steve at MSC Turbos New Zealand is doing some awesome stuff with the whole sets. Frank at Not Scared Fab, he's absolutely killing it on the Skyline build for me. Guys at Hyperdrive, always helping out with advice and bits and pieces. Chris and the team at Shockworks, they're the reason that Skyline's so quick. Just gets the power down unbelievably. Chris at Culture 24/7 hooking me up with the gym. I'm getting a bit stronger and it's helping. And of course Luxe Performance for all your good gear.